Simmons trade saga all summer was the Damian Lillard trade saga all summer. Will he or won't he ask out of Portland? Well, he didn't. And yesterday he spoke at the press conference, and he is all in on the Blazers. Take a listen.
I want to see it through, and I'm willing to, like I said, go out on my shield, and not do something that wouldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Step outside of myself to do something to, satisfy other people. I'm gonna do me, like I always do me, and wherever that falls, I'm willing to. I'm gonna go out on my shield, like I said.
Look, the old school part of me loves this. All right, go down swinging. It reminds me of Allen Iverson, who was content to stay in Philly, his city, his franchise. Even if he didn't win a championship, he was going to go down trying with his crew. Same thing for Russell Westbrook in Oklahoma City, although he's been traded now several times. But I like that about Dame, being himself. I don't think he's into the super team thing. I don't think he, wants to go join somebody else's team. He's got his own team. Now, the fan in me, though, would love to see Dame move on. All right, because number one for Dame, because you ain't winning a championship in Portland. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. You probably won't even get to the conference finals anytime soon. So you've relegated yourself to early playoff exits. But also for the league, having Damian Lillard in, say, Philadelphia with Joel Embiid, now you've got another team who compete on paper with the Lakers, with the Bucks, with the Brooklyn Nets. It'd be great for the league. It'd be great for Dame. So I respect it. And part of me, though, would love to see him have moved on. We'll see if he continues in this stance. Might change his mind before the deadline, Nick, or even after the season. But for now, he's 2 feet in.
Kristaps and Luka had a kind of an odd relationship, but in media day yesterday, reporter asked Luka what he liked about Kristaps, and here's what he said.
First of all, he's 220. I don't know. Whatever, 220 centimeters. I don't know him. And he can make almost every shot, I think he's in way better shape this year, especially mentally. You can see him having a good time when we were playing pickup. And I think he's going to have a great season this year.
New Year's resolution coming early for your old buddy Kevin Wildes. I'm going metric, fellas. Old KW is now going to be speaking in pure metric terms. And the answer I get asked a lot is, hey, how tall is Nick Wright? Is he, what is he, 173, 175? I got to be honest with you, and we joke around about him being short. He's 182, and you see him in real life if he has his, LeBron's on. The guy's pushing 184. So there's your final. No jokes around. Nick Wright is 184, maybe 184.5. Metric system Wilds. There with the answer.
I don't even know if that's an insult.
The old metric system.
I don't either. Still getting used to it.
Drawing a blank. Broussard, just ignore him. Talking the Sixers, Ben Simmons was not at Philly Media Day yesterday, confirming the offseason reports that he wasn't going to be there and continuing the saga as he hopes for a trade elsewhere. But for now, still a Sixer, and Joel Embiid would like to keep it that way. Take a listen.
I hope that, he really changes his mind because, if I didn't like playing with him, I'm honest, I would say it. But I do love playing with him because he adds, so much to our team.
I think there's a lot of hope. I would say I watched last night a player lead their team to victory where 1,000 pounds of digital ink were spilled on how much he would never play for that team again. So, look, every situation's different. But we have a lot of optimism that we can make it work here.
All that digital ink. Maury obviously referencing Aaron Rodgers on Sunday Night Football. Hey, Broussard, the Ben Simmons drama is blank.
Jenna, it's a game of chicken. All right, this is a huge game of chicken. Both sides are dug in. All right, Ben Simmons is like, I will play anywhere. Minnesota, Sacramento, New Orleans, wherever, anywhere but Philadelphia. and he doesn't want to go to training camp, none of that, all right? And if Philadelphia is just as dug in, we are not giving him up for pennies on the dollar. He is an asset. We got him locked up for the next 4 years. We will wait until we get a good trade partner, even if it means starting the season without him. So who's going to blink first? That's what it boils down to. I'll tell you this. If I'm Philadelphia, I wouldn't pay Ben during training camp or until he shows up ready to play. If he shows up to try to avoid the fines, but isn't going to play, that's not showing up to me. So you have to be there, ready to play. If Doc Rivers says you're our starting point guard, let's go, let's see what you look like, you're doing it. If you don't do that, then you're not willing to play. And I wouldn't pay you. We'll see how Daryl Morey plays that. But this is a game of chicken, and you just got to wait and see who blinks first, Nick.
Yeah, listen, the Ben Simmons drama, Wilds, is here to stay. And here's why. There is something very unique and underrated about this situation. We've obviously seen guys demand out. It's rare they've demanded out from good teams. So here's why that matters. When Anthony Davis or James Harden say, I want to leave, then teams come to them with packages of draft picks and young players. Philly does not want that. Philly wants someone who can help them right now win a championship. They believe they have somewhere greater than a 5%, less than a 10% chance of winning the title with Ben. So they are not trading him unless the return for this season keeps them in that area. So it is not as simple, if you will, as trading a star from a bad team when you get future picks. Philly doesn't want it. And Wilds, mark this day on your calendar. December 15th. I know what you're thinking. Is that Boxing Day? No, that's December 26th.
Yeah,
December 15th is when guys who were signed this offseason can be included in a trade. This is not happening before the season. Unequivocally, unless all of a sudden some star becomes available, this is bleeding into the season, probably more than a month into the season, Wilds.
Okay, mark this day on your calendar. Also not Boxing Day, November 1st, when Portland comes to Philadelphia. That is what I am proposing as Dame Day. Special Dame Day, where all of Philadelphia cheers hard for Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard decides, you know what? Maybe falling on my shield with a first-round exit isn't the way to go. Maybe what would be fun is to play in Philadelphia and be traded for Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons can develop under Chauncey, and I can win a championship and be on this large stage that I deserve in a city that would embrace me and is kind of like vibes with me and my Allen Iverson-esque loyalty, which Broussard mentioned. It makes perfect sense. November 1st, Dame Day in Philadelphia. Get your T-shirts ready. Sixers says Lillard on the back. We're going to raise a jersey, the whole nine. It's going to be great. Meek Mill's going to perform. It's fantastic. Barkley will be there. Dr.
Wow.
J. It's going to be
Wow, that's the whole thing planned out.
Get in the lineup.
Black Thought,
Big
Black
time.
Thought, the Roots.
Big time.
I like it, wow.
Yeah, Black Thought will be there. Cassidy will be there.
Back talking the latest on Kyrie. Also talking about who else will be there. Kyrie met with the media over Zoom yesterday. We'll share his